Hello, and welcome to Virtual Open Day at the Glasgow School of Art. My name is Elizabeth Biedler, and I'm here to talk to you about applying for advanced entry to undergraduate programs. Most undergraduate degrees at the GSA are 4 years long, yet not all students begin their studies in the first year. Students who join us in second or third year are known as direct entrants. So I'm here to talk to you not about applying to first year, but second or third. In other words, advanced entry. Make sense? Like many visitors to Open Day, you've perhaps come to this presentation with a few questions in mind. For example, what will you teach me at art school? And how do I get into my chosen subject? These aren't bad questions, but in this talk I'm going to suggest that you reframe them. You may find these new questions are more useful in helping you get the information you need. So instead of, what will you teach me at art school, consider asking, how will I learn? And instead of, how do I get into my chosen subject? Well, this one's a bit more complicated, so bear with me. What knowledge and skills will help me succeed as an applicant and a direct entrant? So here are the questions I'm going to try to answer in this talk, and I encourage you to pursue them as you explore your options for further study. We'll start with, how will I learn? The approach to teaching and learning at GSA is fairly consistent across the subjects. So here I'll talk a bit about the GSA-wide approach. Studio. Studio is at the center of teaching and learning at the GSA, and it's not just the physical space to work in, although this can be an important element of it, but a way to both make, learn, share, and teach. All of our undergraduate degree programs are specialist from year one. There's no general foundation year. When you apply to a specialist subject and follow the curriculum of that program for the duration of your degree. These specialisms are supported by academic staff and technicians who are often practicing artists and designers, who may also be active in research and innovation within these subjects and education. You will gain specialist knowledge and skills by completing a range of projects that will also help you develop an individual creative process. This usually means that you'll be asked to create work in response to a project brief set by the tutors. You will explore research, theory, context, technical skills, and more as you create work. You will usually work on one studio project at a time. These projects often conclude with a review or critique of the work, where further feedback is provided and discussed with staff and classmates and sometimes external guests. We often talk about the studio as a community of learning. When you join the program, you join this community and are expected to be an active participant. You will work together with your classmates, academic staff, and technicians to learn and grow as architects, artists, or designers. Your lecturers or teachers, usually referred to as tutors, will speak to you regularly and sometimes informally about your work. We describe this approach as discursive, and it's how much of the teaching and learning might feel like a conversation rather than instruction. The work produced by GSA students is individual, and so are the students themselves. It's important to take control of your path in your education as you navigate higher education, wherever you may go. This is crucial with an art school where your outcomes and opportunities are so varied and open to individual interpretation. Being self-reliant, original, and passionate are vital qualities all our students further develop while studying with us. All of the programs of the GSA aim to create reflective practitioners. All this means is that each project includes and requires a period of reflection, time to look back and reassess the work you've done and how you've done it, including both the successes and failures. In fact, we're often most interested in the failures or the mistakes, the things that went wrong, because we learn so much from them. You'll be encouraged to take risks and to make mistakes, to share them with your tutors and classmates, and to learn from them. Learning and growing in response to these mistakes is what will make you a better practitioner. Alongside studio, you will also study courses in critical and contextual studies. This includes history, theory, and what might feel like a more traditionally academic side of your subject. These courses are often taught through lectures, workshops, and seminars, and will ask you to take a step back from the making side of your discipline to look at it within its wider context and history. These courses will help you develop crucial critical thinking and writing skills, skills you will use in your studio work and in any further postgraduate study you might choose to pursue. Each school's curriculum approaches this subject differently, but it is an integral part of each program. Often applicants want to know about the prospect of working with other subjects, and it is possible. Many programs work together on small projects within and out with the curriculum. Some schools have projects across departments, share courses with common themes, and extracurricular opportunities are often presented by the Students' Association or elsewhere. You may have to take the initiative, but interdisciplinary work is possible. Now you have a better sense of how you will learn at the GSA, we can begin to focus on what you can study and applying for advanced entry. Here are the 15 undergraduate programs you can apply to, including examples of work from that subject area. GSA is broken up into 5 schools, so I've color-coded the subjects by school. You may want to pause the video for a second. We offer a variety of subjects, and some of them, like games in VR and sound for the moving image, are quite new. Now, I'm not going to talk so much about some of these programs, and I'll tell you why. Product Design Engineering is a joint program run in collaboration with the University of Glasgow. Admissions are through the university, not GSA, so the process is different. And the relatively new undergraduate programs in the School of Simulation and Visualization, particularly the BSc Immersive Systems, are a bit different from the other schools. And as a result, the bulk of the information, advice, and guidance I'll provide will not be as relevant to applicants to these programs. For information on the BSc Immersive Systems, which includes games in VR and 3D modeling, please attend relevant Open Day events and look at their webpage and blog. The BDes Sound for the Moving Image degree begins in 3rd year, so all of its applicants are in essence advanced entrants. Most come from HND courses in sound production or similar, or have worked in music, games, or production. For more information on this program, please attend information events for SimViz and Sound for the Moving Image. What's expected for a portfolio is again different and quite specific, so they're the best people to advise you on that. GSA is small, perhaps smaller than you realized. We have under 2,000 undergraduate students in Glasgow and a few hundred postgraduates. The schools vary in size, so this infographic should give you a sense of the numbers of new entrants to undergraduate programs in each school. The schools of design and fine art have the biggest undergraduate populations, and SimViz, which has largely been postgraduate until recently, the smallest. Here you can get an idea of the proportion of direct entrants, that's new students starting in 2nd or 3rd year, in each school. They make up around 30% of the new entrants overall, and these numbers fluctuate each year. Unlike many other subjects, new students follow many different routes to get to art school, and GSA in particular. Accessing art school isn't always a case of passing all your hires or A-levels and starting in 1st year. While many of our new 1st years have come from secondary school, many others join after completing a portfolio preparation course, such as a UAL or BTech diploma, or even the 1st year of a higher national diploma or HNC. Most of our 2nd year entrants have studied the subject at a higher level. This includes foundation diplomas, HNCs or HNDs, and study at other universities. 3rd year entrants are less common and include HND graduates, those with 2 or more years of university or even a degree, or extensive experience of the subject at a high level. All undergraduate applicants begin the admissions process with the submission of an application through UCAS. In your application, you will include information on all your qualifications, including those you're currently studying, and choose a point of entry for the subjects you apply to. So, if you're applying for 2nd year, you would change your point of entry from 1 to 2. It's important that you get your application in by the due date, which is 15th of January. Your application may not be considered if it arrives after this date. It's important that you understand the different stages of the admissions process for the program you're applying to. So check the GSA website and attend the Open Day talks for your chosen school and subject to find out more. The next stages of the admissions process require you to share examples of your work, to talk about it and your interests, and for us to get a better understanding of you as a student and learner. This is your chance to show us that the knowledge and skills you have will help you succeed at GSA. But first, we need to look a bit more closely at what those might be. The admissions teams will want to know why you want to study at GSA. They'll be interested in what you know about us and the program you've applied for. Keen applicants show they've done their research and can talk specifically about the program, the specialisms it offers, and the way it approaches a subject. Most have visited the degree show in person or online. Particularly at second or third year level, you should be able to talk about your creative process. This includes how you research, as well as how you use reflection to inform your development. You should have some understanding of the subject outside of education. This includes professional practice, industry, and some of the wider issues that affect it, such as sustainability, politics, and/or other ethical matters. You should have an idea of what it is to be a practitioner in the subject, rather an idea of what it means or could mean for you, because everyone may have a different idea of this, and that's okay. Your portfolio should evidence a range of skills appropriate to your subject. Your creative process should also be in evidence, often through sketchbooks, and include primary research, such as the drawings, photographs, and notes you make at the start of a project, and secondary research, the work of others that you refer to in the development of your work. The experiments and testing of ideas, materials, and techniques should also be in evidence. These are the crucial bits that link your project's start to its conclusion, if indeed it has one, and it might not. That's okay. If you do have resolved work, that should be in evidence, as well as some critical reflection of it. This might include considering how you might do it differently, if given the chance, and what you've learned through the project. Different subjects have different expectations of what this knowledge and skills might be, and how they might be evidenced. Next, we'll look at a summary of the kinds of things different disciplines might be looking for, including some images of digital portfolio work from successful applicants for second or third year. This isn't a recipe for getting in. That's impossible, but I do hope you find it useful. Fine art subjects are very interested in your knowledge and interest in contemporary art practice, so expect to be asked to talk about contemporary artists, to describe why you like them or don't, and how you've experienced their work. At the moment, it might not be possible to experience any art in person, so you may have to do so online. Each subject will be expecting slightly different skills at this level, and some of your work should show experience of the specific subject. You should be experimenting with a range of materials and methods, improving your skills and knowledge as you go. Here you can see the different approaches in these examples of digital portfolio work by successful applicants to fine art subjects. Fine art photography applicants unsurprisingly share a lot of photography. So here we see a homemade pinhole camera and some of the photographs it has taken, a sketchbook collecting photographs, and a finished print. Painting and printmaking applicants are likely to evidence more traditional skills, including life drawing and observational drawing and painting. And sculpture and environmental art applicants are likely to show material exploration as well as performance, video, or site-based work. Sketchbooks showing development work are important in each area. Design subjects also expect you to show an interest in contemporary practice, although this may be more through experience than a listing of famous names. So you may speak about a building you visited and loved in interior design, or a high street brand whose fabrics you admire in textiles. Your design process is important and should show links between research, experimentation, refinement, and resolution. You should be able to talk about these stages and reflect on them. And here are just a few examples of the kinds of work past applicants have shared as part of their advanced entry portfolios. At this level, you can see fashion applicants are exploring their designs three-dimensionally and on the body. Silversmithing and jewelry applicants are showing a lot of experimentation, drawing, and material exploration. And textiles applicants are coupling contextual research with drawings and photographs to inform the creation of fabric samples. that evidence skills in specialist areas such as weave, embroidery, knit, or print. Specialist skills must be evident in third-year textiles applications. Communication design applicants have varied portfolios that include elements of graphic design, illustration, and/or photography. The design process should include a fair amount of research, which is explored critically. Product design is more difficult as the GSA approach to product design is more open than most preparatory courses focused on that subject. As a result, portfolios evidence traditional product design skills and projects, as well as more experimental approaches. In this subject, how you talk and write about design and your interest in it are crucial. Interior design portfolios may be quite varied at second-year level, although an interest in space, material, and the three-dimensional are crucial. Most third-year applicants come from specialist training and will share completed interiors projects, including technical drawings and presentations. Interaction Design in the School of Design welcomes direct entrants each year and expects a portfolio that includes a clear experience and understanding of coding and digital processes, as well as a desire to build on these skills. These processes are used creatively and may be evidenced as screenshots or stills or as an interactive experiences where possible. This is just a starting point to give you a sense of what we offer, how we offer it, and how you might prepare yourself for application. I urge you to explore GSA more through the other open day virtual events and videos. We have a considerable online presence that you can access through our website, including Instagram, Vimeo, Facebook, and Twitter. Check them out to find out more and stay informed. Make sure you read through the web page for your subject and follow the links available there, such as to department blogs or Instagram profiles. You'll find when looking at graduate work that you might be able to follow the graduate from degree show to graduate website and even to employment. And as I said before, make sure you understand what's required at each stage of the admissions process. This info will be available in other open day events and is also on the GSA website. If you search Advanced Entry in the search box, you can find some of the pages I've created with specific guidance for Advanced Entry applicants, including some portfolio examples. If you are successful and decide to join us in second or third year, you'll have the chance to join transition activities prior to starting. For Scottish college students, this usually includes workshops in June, and for all direct entrants to fine art and design, further activity is usually available in September, in person or online, depending on the situation. Here are some examples of graduate work by advanced entrants. And this is how they got here. As you can see, they've come through a variety of routes. That's my bit done. The rest is up to you. Good luck.